Hi, I'm back now with my grungy little art journal. I feel that with a journal sometimes you just don't want to stop putting things in it, but I've decided that this is finished. As you can see, if you watched my video, the previous video, I shared this pocket that I was going to put on, and as you can see, those of you who have watched, I changed which fabric piece that I ran through the printer. I chose the second one rather than the first one, and I didn't sew the seam down the middle. I left it open. I did stick a pencil and a paintbrush in this. I probably will go buy a new pencil that's not sharpened and maybe a round brush to put in there. As I had mentioned before, the journal itself is a Amazon package, one of the bubble wrap kind of packages with a plastic top, and I covered that with this fabric and some lace. It's one signature, and I chose to hide the stitching. It's 3-hole. The closure I made is just an eyelet here and a button here. Unwrap that. And inside, I made this fabric ruffled and kind of grunged it up a little bit. And I have a journaling tag inside there. On this side, this is the paper I mentioned before. It comes from Lillifee, the paper witch. Daniela is the artist who makes the digitals. That's her name. And I will link her shop below this video then when I post it. I put a little grungy little band on here and stuck just a little journaling card in there. This is my attempt at watercolor on this stained dyed watercolor paper that I purchased this way. I did not stain it. But these are some of my simple little flowers, so that whoever ends up with this journal will know that they could do whatever they want. This card, I made it so that it could come out, and it could be a journal card, whatever they choose to do. Likewise, this is a piece of this, so they could watercolor on there if they wanted to. We just have some lined paper for journaling, taking notes. You know, like if you're outside and studying butterflies or flowers and you have an artistic inclination, you could paint flowers or draw. You could sketch on a lot of the pages in here. Here is the top part of that, the watercolor that I did with the flowers. I wrote on the top. It was a full page, and I decided to tear it apart then and only use part of it in here. And I stuck that in here and made, you can journal on this, and it can also be used as a tuck. I mentioned before that the butterflies are from Pam at the Paper Outpost. Some of her digitals. Another tag that can be journaled on the back side, and then here's a watercolor band on there. I mentioned this before. It's a little cluster that I made, and I folded this up, and it could be journaled on and stuck in there. A little tea bag. This is one of the cards. I think this is from RachandBella. And this is a journaling card, and this is paper, drawing paper, and watercolor paper of different kinds tucked in there. So whoever has this can pull out a piece. Hopefully they'll be inspired to journal. Oh, that's stuck fast to there. I shouldn't try to get it apart. In the center, I decided to just leave that blank, they could do a full page then of a painting of some sort. Could put something in here, a piece of some other kind of paper or something to camouflage the binding. And then these are just some tags with some little baubles on the end to stick out of the journal, and they could be journaled on the back, and they're paper clipped in so they can easily be taken out and moved. Again, another belly band here with some drawing, sketching paper and watercolor paper. This is one of those cards that they can journal on, and I've stuck some mushrooms, and those two were from Pam at the Paper Outpost. This is a grungy envelope. I'm not really sure where I got this from, and I have a paper, a clip on it to hold it on, and inside there is a piece of heavy watercolor paper, and then tucked in here are some more pieces of paper to sketch on or watercolor on. This is a fun little element. I've seen this done on numerous journals, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a try. It's a paper bag that is glued fast. I stenciled it, and then what I did is I took some of the watercolor paper and I just put dots all over it, and then I chose a mushroom sticker, and I embellished it with a garment pin and some charms. This is a stack of the same size card that I used to do that, and if they want to, they can pull them out and do that. I thought it was just fun. I did have it actually folded up like this, but it made the journal, I thought, a little too lumpy. Again, another place to journal here, and another mushroom card. I thought mushrooms went along with the grungy look, and maybe it will inspire the person who gets this to draw or paint some fairies to go with those mushrooms. Another little journal card and a little cluster tuck there. This is a doily with some papers tucked inside. And back here we have some more papers to draw, sketch on or paint on or whatever. That's the last page. And I chose to leave the back blank. Well, that's my journal, and I'm considering opening up an Etsy shop to sell some of my journals and other things that I make. And when I do, I'll link that below the video as well. Thanks, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, I can't think of her name now, the Paper Witch, for the inspiration on those journal pages she created. Bye-bye.